Hello everybody. So today we're going to learn about hurricanes. So in your Edmodo, you will go to the right and click on the post that says hurricanes. And you're going to open the post. So here's the link for the reading. And these are the questions that you need to answer and turn in this attachment. Here is my email you can send them to, or you can turn them in through Edmodo. So let's get into hurricanes. So a hurricane is actually going to be a huge storm that has high winds and heavy rains. It's going to be hundreds of kilometers wide, can travel for a long distance too, and the storm's wind speeds can be as high as 156 miles per hour. Hurricanes are going to develop from tropical cyclones, and in the Pacific regions, they are called typhoons. So hurricanes are cyclones that form in the tropics, so they are also called tropical cyclones. So they're going to form over very warm ocean water in the summer and in the fall. And the temperature of the ocean surface has to be at least 82 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. So the air above the water is going to get warm and it's going to rise, and that is going to form a low pressure cell. And as you remember, with a low pressure cell, we get the air rotating, forming a cyclone. So the water vapor is going to condense as it rises. And then if there are conditions that are right to form a hurricane, it's going to build up into a hurricane in about 2 to 3 days. So hurricanes can have rainfall as high as 1 inch per hour, and the total rainfall can be as high as 20 billion metric tons daily. So that's a lot of rain. A lot of energy is released in these storms, and it's equal to the annual electrical power consumption of the US. And this is just one storm. Hurricanes can also generate tornadoes. So hurricanes, they are going to move with the prevailing winds. So in the northern hemisphere, they're going to start out in the trade winds, and they're going to be blown to the west. When they reach the westerly winds, they are going to switch direction. All right, and they're going to travel toward the north or northeast. All right, hurricanes can cover up to 500 miles in one day. So at the center of a hurricane is the eye of the storm. That's where the air is calm and clear. And it forms at the low pressure center of the hurricane. The air in the eye is going to rise upward. So hot water gives the hurricane its energy. The storm is going to grow stronger as long as it's over the ocean. If it goes toward the shore or moves over cooler water, it is going to be cut off from its energy source. So that's going to cause the storm to dissipate. Hurricanes last a long time, typically 5 to 10 days, and the winds are going to push them until they are over cooler water or land. So when a hurricane disintegrates, it's going to be replaced with some pretty intense weather, some intense rains and tornadoes. So with hurricanes, how we classify their strength is we go with wind speed and damage. So it's very similar to tornadoes. So, and it's also similar in that the higher the number, the stronger the storm. In hurricanes, there's a lot of damage. A lot of the damage is going to be caused by what is called a storm surge. And a storm surge is very high water that's located in the low pressure eye of the hurricane. And this is going to allow the water level to rise above sea level. So storm surge can cause flooding when it reaches the land, and then high winds are also going to do a lot of damage because they can create very big waves. All right. So Hurricane Katrina, that happened in 2005. I'll let you read about that on your own, but it was very devastating, very destructive. But I will let you read about that on your own. It happened in New Orleans. And part of the reason why it was so deadly is because New Orleans is below sea level. So that's all. And make sure you finish your questions and turn them into me.